Hello, everyone. What if I told you the Cleveland Browns are heading into their preseason opener with a quarterback room more confusing than ever in fans? Analysts, even former NFL stars, are calling it a disaster. Let's talk about the chaos. In Cleveland, after tying for the worst record in the NFL last season, the Browns were supposed to turn the page. They've had a full-blown QB competition running this summer with four guys: Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders, all fighting for the starting job. But now, injuries and drama have turned that competition into total mayhem. Flacco is the last man standing, literally. He's the only one of the four who's healthy right now. Pickett hasn't fully practiced since tweaking his hamstring back on July 26th. Gabriel, the rookie, is also dealing with hamstring tightness. And Shedeur Sanders has been dealing with arm soreness, and even though he returned to full practice, the team clearly doesn't trust him. They've buried him on the depth chart, fourth string, and then out of nowhere, boom, the Browns bring back Tyler Huntley. Yeah, the same Huntley who was at their camp last year, got cut, then went 2-3 with the Dolphins. He's suddenly walking back into Cleveland's disaster zone. Now might play in the preseason opener against the Panthers this Friday. So what does that say about the Browns' faith in their young QBs? Insider Mary Kay Cabot says Huntley will make the trip and could play immediately. That's wild, especially since the unofficial depth chart still lists Sanders as the no. 4, even more wild. That chart came out before Huntley signed. You're Shedeur, not only are you last on the list, you might get leapfrogged by someone who just walked in the door that caught the attention of some big names. Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson both called out the Browns for this QB mess. Sharpe said flat out, "What are the Browns doing?" Joe Cinco went even harder. He questioned how fans are supposed to trust this franchise to pick quarterbacks when, let's be honest, they've never really figured it out. He pointed at the depth chart and said it means nothing. Flacco's old Pickett already had a shot in Pittsburgh, and Gabriel's unproven in the pros. Then he accused the Browns of trying to break Shedeur Sanders mentally. From the draft slide to getting buried on the roster. 2 now, maybe not. Even playing in the preseason opener, he says the team's doing everything but giving him a real chance. Sharpe agreed, pointing out that if they really believed in Shedeur, they wouldn't have brought in a 5th QB. They would have invested in him, drafted him higher, and actually let him compete. But instead, he's on the outside looking in, and honestly, with just a few days before the Browns take on the Panthers, this quarterback situation is a total mess. There's no clear direction, no clear plan. And most of the guys they were counting on aren't even healthy. So here's the question for you. Are the Browns just unlucky? Or are they setting themselves up for another season of failure before it even begins? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Shedeur Sanders deserves more of a shot? Is Flacco really the answer? And what would you do if you were running this team? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. I'll be watching this one closely. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.